Hello, y'all. Welcome back to the BirthFit podcast. This is episode number 260, and I am Dr. Lindsey Matthews Cantu, your BirthFit founder and CEO. And I hope you are enjoying these bite-sized, digestible episodes that you are getting with super dialed in focus. If you are, please, please, please do me a favor and go leave a review on whatever platform you listen to these on, whether it be Google, um, Google, whether it be iTunes or Spotify. Just go tell Google how much you like the BirthFit podcast. That would be amazing. I would really appreciate that. Not only because it makes me feel validated that I'm doing something, but y'all, when you leave a review, it gets the podcast bumped up in, like, as far as suggesting goes to other people. And this wisdom, these things I share are not just for me, they're for every woman out there. I want this information to get in the hands of many. Um, so yeah, if you like this episode, leave us a review and also please, please, please share it with somebody. This episode is all about the postpartum fitness triangle. And I probably should have done this one a long time ago, but here we are. The postpartum fitness triangle, what you need to know to build a foundation and reclaim strength before getting sport specific. Because, okay, let's think about it. You would not build a house starting with the roof, right? You would not plant a garden without preparing the soil. Yet somehow our culture expects you or your clients to rush back to your sport, and I put that in quotation marks, whatever that sport being, for you to rush back to your sport, your work, your fitness without honoring the foundational work your body needs after birth. So, this is why I came up with the simple roadmap of the postpartum fitness triangle here at BirthFit. To help yourself, to help your clients. It's quite simple, and the framework is built on respect and wisdom and the understanding that true strength comes from honoring each phase of your healing journey. And if you want to see the image of this, I posted this way back on October 12th, 2025 on social media. So scroll back there. Okay, so if you're visualizing that triangle, the base of that triangle is recovery. Recovery, recovery, recovery. And this is the foundation. Obviously, it's the first step, it's the entire base of your postpartum fitness journey. And without this foundation, everything that is built upon that becomes unstable. Y'all think about it. Birth, you just gave birth, whether that be a vaginal birth or cesarean birth, whether you had an empowering, blissful birth experience or is a bit unexpected, leans more traumatic, whatever it was, birth depletes you of minerals, nutrients, vitamins. It is like you just competed in the Olympics, in the CrossFit Games. You just gave one hell of a presentation at work for like 3 days straight. Your body has lost the baby's body heat, the placenta, the blood, the amniotic fluids. You're depleted. Your client is depleted. Your practice member is depleted. Whoever it is you're thinking of, or if it's you, you are depleted of nutrient stores and your body is exhausted. In Eastern medicine, this is also known as a cold state. We're no longer in the warmth state that we were in pregnancy. This is now a cold state. And because we are depleted and we are exhausted for good reason, and we are in this cold state, we need a few things like warmth, rest, and intentional nourishment. So it is a must, in my opinion, to honor a line in period. Now, sometimes this looks like 30 days, 40 days. For some cultures, it's 60 days. But this is a time of deep rest and recovery, very limited activity. This is not a time to go back to the gym. This is not a time to do a cold plunge. This is not a time to strap baby on and go for a walk. Not yet. Y'all, I love baby wearing walks, but not yet. You've got to recover. And recovery looks like nourishment, warmth, connection, and super gentle movement, like diaphragm breathing, maybe short walks out to the porch to get some sunlight, maybe wearing baby around the house. Y'all, we got to slow it down during this time. We got to slow it down in order to speed it up later. And there's some universal laws that should be honored. And resting in the initial 30 to 40 days postpartum has got to be one of those universal laws. Believe me, I see you hustlers out there. I see you go-getters. I see you athletes. I identify with many of y'all. However, what I have seen and observed in practice and working with women over the last decade plus is those women that do not honor this recovery foundational base of the triangle, the universe, God will slow you down, whether you like it or not. What have I seen? I've seen women have excessive bleeding, like bleeding out. They had a beautiful home birth and then they felt so great. They're like, let me just go walk around in the snow. And then all of a sudden they have a hemorrhage. I've seen kidney infections. What else have I seen? I've seen prolapse rear its face. I've seen autoimmune stuff show back up. These are not by accident. This is the universe, your God, asking you to slow the F down. Because if you don't honor your recovery period, the first 30 to 40 days during post-birth are the most important for healing. And if you don't honor that, you will be forced to at some time. Oh, I've seen low back issues flare back up, like disc stuff out of nowhere. So get what you need to do, get what you need done before, let the rest go, and then have everything set up to have a slow, intentional recovery period that first month postpartum. Check out our BirthFit Line-In program. It is our most affordable program for a reason. It's like 29 bucks. It's our only program under 50 bucks. So get it. There's something to do. There's a video to do every single day for you type A, OCD mamas out there. I made this for you and for me. But there's a video to be done every day. For instance, there's one on belly massage. There's one on shifting energy, on breathing, on posture. So you're checking the boxes. You can check the boxes and get things done, but you're doing it in a slow and intentional manner. The BirthFit Line-In program has everything you need to honor your recovery period with confidence. There's meal suggestions, there's daily rituals, there's breathing practices, and it's there to support a truly restful and healing phase. Okay, so if you're moving up the triangle, the next phase is rehab. Think about reconnect and restore. You're building from the inside out. So, right, we have to do the foundation, right? We have to start to shift the energy, clear out the cobwebs, breathing exercises. And now we can start rehabbing. And this starts with the BirthFit Basics postpartum program. This is where we reconnect with our core and pelvic floor, more so than what we've done in the Line-In program, because we have started it in the Line-In program, but now that's what we're doing. This is all about that. The BirthFit Basics are 30 sessions, so you can space them out. You don't have to do them daily. Some women, I would say about half of our community does it daily. And so that takes them through month 2. Other half, which was myself included, we did every other day, and that takes us through month 3 postpartum. So this isn't about jumping back into exercise, right? You're still setting the foundation. It's about relearning how your body works as a postpartum woman, relearning, recalibrating after each birth, and honoring and observing how innately intelligently your body was designed to move. This rehab is where we coordinate breath with movement, where we establish our deeper stability, and that will support everything else we do in the future when we build upon that. So think, these are the bullet points for this phase: diaphragm breathing, core coordination, pelvic floor, BIRTHFIT basics. So these are foundational movement patterns, movement exercises that need to be done. Like, we've got to get them in our body. And then progressive integration. This phase cannot be rushed, just like the lying in phase. As I said, some women will spend 1 month minimum here, others will spend 2 to 3 or 4 months. And your timeline is yours, and it's determined by your body's readiness. It's not arbitrary cultural expectations or what fitness industry pressures us into. Y'all, you've got to listen to your body. This phase right here builds the stability needed for all future movement. If you skip it, I guarantee you'll pay the price in dysfunction down the road. So be sure to check out the BIRTHFIT Basics postpartum program. It's a comprehensive core and pelvic floor full body program designed to rebuild your core and pelvic floor connection through intentional progressive movement. There is zero equipment necessary. And this is your foundation for everything that comes next. So if we're moving up the triangle, we hit recovery, we hit rehab. Now we're in the rebuilding phase. And this is layer by layer, stronger every day. With a solid core and pelvic floor foundation, you're now ready to progressively build general strength and conditioning. Not sport specific yet, general strength and conditioning. This is where your patience begins to transform into power. Rebuilding isn't about getting your pre-baby body back. If you're here for that, this is not the program. It's about building a stronger, more resilient body forward. It's about stepping into motherhood, stepping into the newer version of yourself, a body that can handle the demands of motherhood and sport, a body built to last. If you want to read more on this, check out my blog I did called Motherhood Requires Fitness. I think it's good. Just go check it out. Okay, so what to look for in this rebuilding phase? We spend a lot of time on single-sided work. We're addressing asymmetries that were created by pregnancy, birth, and baby wearing, single-side strength work, single-side skill work. We do a lot of tempo training because building control and time under tension is so great for core and joint health. Progressive overload, gradually increasing weight, volume, and intensity, listening to our bodies. General strength and conditioning. Like I said, we're building capacity across all movement patterns. Functional fitness, movements that serve your life as a mother. So what the movements you do will carry over into everyday life. This phase is about more than just getting stronger. It's about building confidence in your body again and discovering what you're capable of in this new chapter. So patience here creates sustainable long-term strength. You rush it and you risk injury, setback, and burnout. Check out the BIRTHFIT Postpartum Training Program, where you've got structured progressive programming designed to build real strength and conditioning. This is your bridge from rehab to athletic performance. This is your bridge from rehab to sport. All right, so then we get to the top of the triangle, and this is sport. So this could be you're a soccer player, you play for the women's national team, you're an amazing 800-meter runner, you're an amazing um, volleyball player. I'm trying to think of all the sports that we've had. We've had so many in our courses. Surfing was a big one. Skiing, whatever your sport is, be it CrossFit, be it Orange Theory, be it pickleball. This is the peak of the pyramid. If this is what you love, this is why you built the solid base. Only after honoring your recovery, your rehab, and your rebuilding phases are you ready for sport-specific training and competition. This is the reward, right? This is the reward for trust and patience, the payoff for doing the work. Like I said, this is your CrossFit, this is your triathlon, this is your marathon, this is your race, your surfing, your running, your cycling, Orange Theory, boot camp, mountain biking, volleyball, soccer, whatever it is, y'all. This is your peak of the pyramid. When you honor the foundations, you are able to return to sport with confidence, not fear. You perform without pain and or dysfunction. You thrive instead of just survive. You model sustainable health for your children. And you prove that motherhood and athleticism can coexist beautifully. Can you compete at 6 weeks postpartum? Maybe. Should you? That's the wrong question. The right question is, what kind of foundation do you want to build for the next 40, 50, 60 years of your life? Okay, hopefully I live to 100. But what kind of foundation do you want to build? Or, you come back too early, you come back at 6 weeks, and now you're the one that's ha 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 laughing at yourself because you pee yourself. You're making a joke of the situation. Y'all, when you honor the 3 previous phases, I can almost guarantee success and longevity in your sport. You skip them and you're rebuilding on sand. I hope that makes sense. Every woman's healing timeline is different. Research suggests women need a full year to recover both physically and emotionally after birth. Some experts even say 2 to 3 years to complete postpartum healing. Connective tissue, mineral depletion, all that has its own timeline. So, like I said, everybody's healing timeline is different, and you've got to be tuned into you. The BirthFit Postpartum Fitness Triangle isn't about rising to the top. It's not about rising to the top or rushing to the top rapidly. It's about honoring each level and building a foundation that will support your life and to support the next level. There's no bouncing back. We're only building forward. We step into the mother we are called to be. All right. Let me know if you have any questions. That's it for today. Love y'all. See you soon or talk soon.